right, Raiders, we have the launch trailer for Arc Raiders. Let's do this. You guys have probably already seen this. I'm recording this late. I've waited all day to watch this. I was at work all day and stuff like that, so now I have time to watch it, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. It's 2 minutes long, so that should be nice and plenty.
Doors are closing in 5.
I love launch trailers.
They said the world above had ended. But endings are only for those who forgot how to begin again.
Wow.
So you learn to listen, to move quiet, think fast.
Sounds like Matthew McConaughey.
Be ready to change your mind. Up there, the roads are twisted. The rules are gone.
So good.
But if you are brave enough to wander and seek, who knows what you might find.
Oh.
Hey, don't shoot!
Oh, Leaper. Wow. Enlist, resist.
Hey, look at this. They need ducks. Come on. Apollo ain't paying enough for this. That's why I was asking for a minigun.
All right, so that was the that was the first time I've seen that. That was more than I was expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting like a voice narration or whatever. That sounded like Matthew McConaughey. So whoever did that was really good choice. Definitely got me hyped for it. If you do not know what Arc Raiders is, let me tell you, the magic, one of the small magic things about this game is the bots. These things flying around and like the leaper and all that stuff. The AI. And you're like, okay, well, they probably have a program, they're running on a loop. They're just gonna stand there while you shoot them or look at a wall or whatever. Like, no, these were trained with an AI model or something like that. Basically, from the ground up, they were taught how to walk and basically think for themselves, or react to the world without a script, without like repeatability and stuff like that. So every interaction you have with a bot is going to be a little bit different, or it may surprise you, or it may not, walk or act always the same. So that's really kind of the magic, is it's a revolutionary AI technology, whatever, right? Another thing is, do you remember, if you're looking back at Tom Clancy's The Division, that was really the first extraction shooter. And that's what this game is a extraction shooter, PvE versus PvP. And in The Division, you go into the dark zone. It's a special area where you have this PvE PvP zone, and in there you're going to get contaminated loot. And if you get knocked out, down, whatever, the other players can get your contaminated loot. You have to go to a special area, a special extraction zone, and a helicopter comes in and you put that extraction loot, or that contaminated loot on there, and it extracts it out, and then you can walk out of the thing with knowing you have loot coming your way. Extraction shooters have taken that special little dark zone, that special zone, and made it into a whole game type. Now, with the Dark Zone, Escaping Tarkov, various other extraction shooters, Delta Force, and everything like that, the game sort of dives into a very light battle royale where instead of like one like last man standing, it sort of becomes last man to the extraction zone or various extraction zone if they have more than one. And with this game, it's sort of they call themselves an extraction adventure, whatever that means. And the interesting part about this is it gives you the tools and abilities to not always turn it into a PvP. In fact, the arc, the robots in this uh, game here are actually really, really strong and sensitive to sound. So if you start a battle with another player, they're actually going to come your way and the third part of your PvP battle. A lot of people are maybe extraction purists don't really like that. They like the PvP. They like going in, ruining someone's run, and getting their loot, and then extracting with like really amazing loot and stuff like that. But the mass appeal of this is sort of this extraction adventure. You may go in PvPing, you may go in PvEing. What you also may do is start off PvPing or PvEing and then switch roles, saying like, okay, we're gonna get this guy's loot, or we're gonna, instead of like taking this guy out, we're gonna help him take out the queen or something like that, right? um because of the arcs around you and them being kind of op. It's a really fun game, sci-fi shooter, so it has like that 80s Star Wars vibe to it. um 80s Star Wars shooter vibe to it. It's not like lasers or anything like that. It has guns with bullets, but it's not anything you recognize like an AK-47 or something like that. It's like um has that sci-fi fantasy vibe. The music, the sound, the audio, everything, the aesthetics really, really have you can tell it's been built with love. The people who've built this game have fun playing this game as well, and you can really tell that with the immersion and the environments. It is a third person perspective shooter, which I don't know other than Division. I don't know of another extraction shooter that's like this. So it's going to be $40, and everyone's like, "Well, how is that going to survive in the current market?" Escape from Tarkov starts at $40, goes to $80. I think then maybe $100 or $120. So it kind of goes up, from there. And each version you buy, the more expensive, the more starting loot you get each wipe until there's no wipes. I don't know if they're going to do wipes after their 1.0 launch or if they've already had their 1.0 launch. I'm not sure with the Escape Tarkov. I haven't played in a long time. Anyways, so with Arc Raiders, there's a $40 version and a $60 version, and you get the same game in both versions. The $60 version is just cosmetics. Now, someone said they believe that this game is a pay-to-win kind of game, and that's kind of not true. I mean, there are going to be things that you can, I believe, get with currency. I think in maybe their little season pass, or season pass is going to be similar to like Helldivers, and in there you can get like, I think, certain grenades or shields and stuff like that, stuff to sort of assist you, and tools that assist you as you're going through the game, so you could get an upper hand with on people that don't have access to that, right? So I guess in that regard it could be pay to win, but they really are trying to like ride that line between pay to win and not. So like they're trying to go more cosmetics and stuff like that, rather than like, okay, you get a new gun or whatever. So it's not as bad as Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, you literally get a bunch of really amazing starting loot. It's all basic gear, but it's stuff that people at the $40 range don't have versus the $100 range, $120 range, right? Like I have I think, is it the Edge of Darkness version? I forget. I have the $120 version, and I always, every time there's a wipe, I get like a bunch of stuff I can take in and just have fun with. Larger loot storage as well. So Arc Raiders isn't going that route. The comms, the voice comms in this game are actually really important, and a lot of people actually utilize it. Like sometimes you'll come across players that actually will want to talk, will want to team up, will want to like say, hey, I'm a friendly, just let me do my thing, and then they'll go about their thing. They won't bother you. So whereas other games don't have that, or they're kind of new to that, the PvP is still aggressive in those other games. In this game, kind of don't know what you're going to get, and In fact, the people that don't talk are usually the ones that are going to freaking try to take you out, right? Um, Another thing in this game is there is no solo queue. But what's really neat is they will try to matchmake people based on their party size. So there's no solo queue. If you go in solo, you may face a trio or a duo, but more than likely, what's going to try to do is put you with other soloists, other solo players, and that's really neat. So it doesn't take long queue times. It doesn't take away from the player base. It doesn't like split it up. Like, okay, you guys are going to go trio. You guys are going to go duo. You guys are going to go solo. Like, all right, it'll mix match and try to get you guys in and try to populate that map as quickly as possible, as reasonably as possible with your party size in mind. Now, a lot of other games will have like a gear score or something like that. This game will not match make per gear score. So you can go in fully kitted and find someone who's using a free ticket or going butt naked in the match, and you can stomp on them, or vice versa. You can be on a free ticket run or free loot run, and someone is fully kitted and they're going to take you out. They're not going to get much, but they could do that. That could happen. So it's not going to be quote unquote skill based matchmaking or gear based matchmaking. It's basically just going to be probably connection based and your party size and trying to get you in the game, in the match, playing as quickly as possible. This game's coming out October 30th. I am super excited. I'm going to be staying up all night playing this. October 30th, we have some school stuff I believe we got to do, and then there's trick or treating Friday, so I won't be, right off the rip 2 days. I got to work all day Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, I won't be like playing it a lot, but I will be playing it whenever I'm off as much as I can while I'm awake. So I'm going to be tired come Saturday morning or Sunday morning, whatever, but it's all right. I've been excited for this, really liking it. I know what a lot of FPS players are thinking. It's third person perspective. They don't like third person peeking. I started off like that with the Division, and the game, the funness of the game, me having fun in the game and the immersion and all that stuff melted that away. I stopped caring about it being a third person game. And just like that, I jumped into this game, and I was like, obviously I was more open to it because I've already played third person perspective games a lot with the Division and Fortnite and stuff like that, PUBG, everything like that. And so I jumped into this, and it didn't affect me at all. In fact, it has the third person perspective that I like. It doesn't use a cover system. I don't like jumping or getting locked cover to cover or having to like lock in and crouch from cover to cover. It's a lot more dynamic. It's a lot more freeing, I feel, than a cover system. It just kind of like PUBG, where you're going to try to move and hide and do it yourself rather than a dedicated lock on a object cover system. So yeah, $40 comes out October 30th. And if you're not sure about this game, just wait, just see. Obviously, just like Battlefield 6, they're just releasing their season. This game is going to be a little bit before they fully launch and give you everything they're going to do. At least I think, because they are doing what's called a wipe. A wipe is sort of where all the players will start from zero and the game starts over again, right? Tarkov does it. Usually it's due to they're doing a major update to the game and they want to start everyone fresh, introduce that new mechanic or whatever update they're doing, and have players experience it and see if it's ready for 1.0 launch. I don't know if after 1.0 launch they're going to be doing wipes, but in this game, because it's coming out fully complete, it is not a trial, it's not a beta, it's not an alpha, it's not a in development or we're working in progress kind of game. Pardon our mess, we're under construction. No, this is coming out as a full 1.0 release with live service updates in mind, right? It is a live service game, so they're going to be monitoring, if they need to buff, nerf things. So with this, there won't be wipes to update the game or anything like that. The wipes that they're going to have is more like a Call of Duty prestige system. It's completely voluntary. You don't have to wipe. You don't have to lose everything. And it may also incorporate some extra story or lore, or I don't know. It's going to be a new area we're going to play. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not sure if that's launching with the game. What they're calling it is expeditions. So I don't know if expeditions are going to launch with the game or if it's going to wait a week or whatever. So don't worry about not jumping in right away if you're still on the fence about buying this game. It is $40. So that's kind of a nice little like it makes the cheaters pay if they get banned, you know, pay to play again. And it's not too expensive to where you're like, man, if I don't like this, I just wasted like $90, right? So it is a good price point, I feel. And I'm hoping in the future they do various free weekends for people to try, because I think that really opens people's eyes to the experience of ARC raiders. And yeah, I'm super excited. That's what I gotta say. I'll be streaming a lot of this game, and I'm looking for this to be kind of a main game that I play like all the time. Uh, I'm pretty excited. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more ARC Raider stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.